any minute. Like,
We're in the loading bar phase, setting up for your YouTube live. We're processing.
we're processing. We're in the processing moment. Come on, Daisy.
We we're
Do you
live.
do you
We up
realize?
we in there.
But let
Candy,
me.
are you ready?
I am. No, I'm not because I need to. Yes, I am ready. Yeah,
That's perfect.
I need to go down and go my where I'm not all over the place. Hold on.
Coach Candy got a tripod. She's like a whole new
I
woman.
I am so official right now.
I'm so excited for you. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get us started.
Okay.
So, welcome back, you all, to Lunch with MSCA. Whether you're hanging out at your desk, whether you're washing dishes, chasing kids around the house, or, watching us instead of your boring old Teams call for work, we are so glad that you're here with us. I am Coach TT, and I'm really excited about today's episode, which is all about the rise of MSCA.
Hello, and that is right. I am Coach Candy, and we are going to talk about the glow up of MSCA. And this is the really important podcast. And I'm very, very excited because it's going to be a fun one. And we'll talk about like last week and kind of like from last year, from this week coming. So we have some fun stuff coming our way.
That's right. And, Candy, like looking back, so much has really changed over the last year, or more like evolved. But the biggest thing I think that we took from last year is just the fact that we needed to get a jump start. We saw what it took to succeed last year and have a year of improvements, and we decided to really start a lot earlier this year, and that helped us a lot. So last year, we didn't start competing until March. This year, our one team started in November, and then our other teams are starting in January. I think that's going to be huge.
Right. Well, last year we had to like beg people to, come and to, join and not really join, but kind of have the idea of starting. And this year, we, people wanted to join and they were excited about it. And, we have, policies and now we've built this program and you've worked really, really hard and, making all this happen. And, parent meetings, when you first started this, it was like we are from the ground up, like you said, we're just learning as we go. And, this year it was, parent meeting, policies, contracts. So it's like underway, like if you're going to mess up, you're going to scrub some toilets. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We
right.
ain't,
Our
we ain't
behavior
messing
contract.
around.
We'll
You
be
know what
scrubbing
I'm
mats.
saying?
We'll be scrubbing toilets. Yep. And last year we did all of the choreography ourselves. We just kind of read the score sheet and wung it. We wanted all the athletes performing. We realized that was not great for our score sheet, but I do think it helped get the athletes experience, and I think it helped them grow a love for the sport, which was good. Brought them most of them back this year. So this year we decided to hire the professionals to come in and choreograph, which was life changing.
It really was less
Yeah,
stressful.
last year we were adding practices, you know, like a buffet line. We had so many practices. We practiced 3, 4, 5 days a week sometimes, and long practices, 3 or 4 hours. This year we were like, no, we're going to have a set schedule. We're going to add
Yes.
one practice a month, 2 days a week. That's all we're getting. And I think it made us more productive because the kids know, like, we have this amount of time. We have to get things done. We aren't spending our whole life in the gym. We don't want to add practices. And so that was also another big change. And we said, this year we're gonna make a schedule that allows us to sleep and to take care of ourselves and our family. And so that's been really, really nice.
And our husbands, bless their hearts. I'm
I
telling
know.
you, I mean, last year it was to the point where is it going to be like this all the time? And no, it has. It's been a lot easier, honestly, compared to last year,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
because you know, last year, like you said, it was like practice after practice after practice. You know, most of our girls didn't even have a back bend kickover. And, you know, starting from like the ground up, and most of those girls we have on our team this year, and now, I mean, look at them.
I
They
know.
are amazing, and you know they can do like whip passes. Like, you know, obviously in level one we can't do that. However, you know, last year we had 12 individuals, and you know they have grown so much, and they're like one team, one heartbeat. So like they have really shown.
That's
And
what I was gonna say too, is I feel like more than anything, the culture that we've worked so hard to build has really flourished. And I think last year brought a lot of questions like, are we coaching them the right way? Are we building this the way we want it to be built? And this year we've had more opportunity for team bonding and more team consistency. Even, our parents have launched a booster program on their own. Like they
yes,
took care of all of that. So now the fundraising efforts are among most of the parents, and that has been huge
thank
because last
God
year we did
for,
it all. Last
yeah,
year we did it all, and it was exhausting. Um, and so that has been wonderful. We have a lot of parent buy-in. We have the best parents. Like,
I
thank God
could
for them too.
not praise God for them, because they are the backbone.
Yeah,
Because there's absolutely no way that
no,
we could be able to do half of the things, because the planning behind of all this, I mean, like the little details. I mean, you plan the routines, you know, the hotels and all the registration, but like the like, you know, our team
fundraising and
moms
yeah.
fundraisers, and you know, all that.
Team
So
bonding activities. Yeah, we have
yes,
the team moms who
yeah,
also just sending messages out. Like that was huge. That was
yes.
something I stole from Champs last year. If you remember, we were at their showcase and Deb like welcomed all the team moms down on the floor to tell them, to recognize their an appreciation moment, I guess. And I was like, team moms, what are they? And it just got my brain turning, and I was like, yep, we're doing that next year. So
Absolutely.
that was something I learned from Champs that I really liked, and I'm thankful for them as well as our boosters. But yeah, so I think just more like bonding and consistency showing up. We have, parents who are carpooling. I feel like, last year we didn't have matching sets, so it was hard to feel like a team when we weren't showing up to practice dressed like a team. This year, everybody matches. We have blue days, we have gold days, we have a united front from day one. Um,
And
we
I've
did.
also been reminded, and I've been bad. Well, I've been a lot better. You know, my girls, I was a little lazy there for a while. My girls were not wearing the right outfits. So I just come in, and you know what? Taylor's like, Candy, you're not setting the example. And you know what? You're right. So guess what? My girls,
The
it might
honeybees?
be, you know what? I make
Right,
sure. And you know what? And my girls expect it. Like Kaisley, Mom, do you have my uniform? And so, you know what? She expects to have that right uniform. So, you know, when she starts now, Addie Joe, different kid. Okay. Love her to death. But Kaisley, on the
but
other
she's been in
hand,
her outfits.
yes.
Yes, she has.
But you know what? Like Kaisley is worried about it. Like she knows that she has to be in that, you know, but she cares enough to know.
Right. Well, I
But
think that it's important for them to feel like one team,
absolutely.
and it just sets an expectation. It sets a tone among all, and it just looks better. It looks cleaner. We're not
Yes,
looking at shirts flying
absolutely.
up over their head. So it makes critiques better, and I'm a big fan of
Absolutely.
the matching outfits. We did
I
film
am too.
review. We did film review this year. That's something that was
Yes.
new, and I loved it. We'll do that every competition. I'm not sure for every team, that'll be up to the coaches, but um, definitely for our elite team, we take it up a notch with them, and they will be expected to be at film review every competition. You know, bless my husband's heart, gave me that conference room, beautiful
Oh,
conference room.
I love it.
TJ brought pizza. Like that was a good time. We had We had juice boxes and
I hate that I missed it,
I
but
know, but you're
Carter
gonna
had
be
a
at the next one.
basketball.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
it's fine. We had a good time and we held the fort down.
Yeah.
So I just feel like we're moving as one a lot more this year. We really know, we see our direction, we have our vision, and the sync, the fluency, it's all different. The vibes are different, but it's fantastic. I'm very proud of us. And you know what else came this year, Candy?
But
We had an elf. It's
we,
like
oh
Santa
my
knew.
gosh. Santa knew we needed her.
Yep. Well, I think Santa knew that these kids spend so much time at the gym
They
that
did.
he's like, you know what? If I want to keep an eye on these kids,
Well, Elijah, he goes, I don't have an elf. I don't have an
neither
elf.
does Delaney.
And I said, yes, you do. You have Peppy.
Yes,
And he goes, but I don't have an elf at my house. I don't have an elf for myself. I said, yes, you do. It's here at the gym. You have an elf. So when somebody says, do you have an elf? You say, absolutely, I have an elf
that's
because
right.
this is your home. So yes, they do. Now they can say you have an elf. So
Yeah. Well, and I think Delaney was really excited because her mom won't allow an elf. I think usually it's the parents' decision. Like I think Santa might ask, is it okay? Santa knew I was okay with it. He didn't even ask permission. He just one day Trixie showed up at my house and caused all this havoc and Santa's laughing.
well, Santa, he might.
But I think some parents he just knows I should ask permission. Me,
Well,
he's like jokes on Taylor,
because
Miss
you gave
Trixie.
your mom a hard time. He's like, I
Mhm.
know. So he's like, Edwina, you're welcome.
Yeah. But
And
he did ask permission for Mountain State, and I did grant Santa the permission to send Peppy, because I just knew the kids would be so
did you have
excited.
to sign a letter? Like, did he send you a letter or email?
No, an email.
Okay,
Yeah, I got an email from Santa, and
that's
I
cool.
didn't know it was going to be Peppy. I didn't know which elf he was sending. He just asked if a special guest could come, and I was like, yes, we would.
Stop it.
So the kids are so excited. I know. All right. Well, Candy, we're getting off topic with my
Okay,
elf,
sorry.
with my
Squirrel.
elf gossip. So parents see like the 2 minute routine, but let's talk about what they don't see at practice. What happens behind the curtains. We stay up late. We, do late night changes. We're sending formations like less this year because we
Yeah,
didn't do all the choreography, but we still have to make changes. We still have to make sure that we're reviewing the score sheet in full. We're reviewing the footage and taking screenshots, sending them back, talking about what improvements we need to make. That the parents are seeing the kids when they come out to the car. Sometimes they might see the conditioning, they see the breakthroughs, they see our bell ringers on Facebook, but they miss a lot of those little moments. They miss when the pyramid hits for the first time. They miss when we have perfect synchronization for the first time. They miss
right.
when you know, I'm sure they hear some of it. They're
Yeah.
both very loud.
Well, when we say stay up late at night, it's you, honey. Listen, I'll tell you, when we got 46 screenshots.
There were only 46. I thought it was 56.
Oh, it might have been 56,
I'm just
7,
kidding. I don't know.
6, 7. Yeah. Well, and then like the detail, like Kaisley, point your toe to the right, club feet, 7 to the left, 0.5 seconds into 7.7. Hey,
I
I'm
know.
here for it. But you know what? You're right. These kids have got to make sure, we're like, oh my gosh, that was the perfect routine. And you're like, but was it really? Was it really? No. Did we get first place? Absolutely. But was it perfect? No.
No, we've got a lot of room on that score sheet.
We got a lot of work.
And the
So,
less room you have, the bigger the gap really
I
is. Like we
know.
had an easier time making improvements last year than we're going to have making improvements this year. We had a 70, 74,
9.
76, 79,
Oh,
whatever it was. It was
whatever. Don't even
Arnold
get me
Classic
started.
really.
Don't even get me started about Arnold. He ain't going to pump me
We're
up.
going back this year.
I'm going to pump him up. Yeah.
Pump, pump Arnold up.
You up. But
Well, anyways, last year we had such a big margin to make up for. Like this year, it's going to be tougher because it's going to be those little habits that we have to break.
yeah,
And
but in like positions like what you're talking about, like you have to do the flow of the routine. Like even though somebody may be better at jumps or whatever, it's the flow of the routine of where you're positioned at.
well, I think that's a big
Into
difference between, sometimes we talk about the difference between all stars and school cheer or
yeah,
youth cheer. And like, because everyone is the exact same level, everybody is expected to be able to do
absolutely.
everything in the routine. Adelaide backs, she bases, Kaisley bases, fronts. She's our spotlight girl in two of the stunts. She flies in a stunt. Like you are expected to be able to do every position. You're expected to be able to tumble. You're expected to do jumps. Like, we make all of our girls, even if they're not in jumps, do the jump sequence.
Yeah,
So, because I feel like in school teams or in, youth programs, they allow like the classic eight count transition between every formation where you're
right.
just walking. Like all stars, you do not have that. There's at 0 point are our girls walking for an eight count to no. Like you're expected to be within 2 steps of your next formation, whether that's in the front, the side, the back. Like I think everybody on the whole team has a chance to be, in the front or on the side or in the back. Like everybody is in different spots every moment of the routine, which is unique, but it also means we all have to be up here.
Yeah.
There's not room for somebody to not be pulling weight on a team.
Well, and that's like our pyramid. Like the week before competition, we were really, really worried because it was not hitting. And we were at loss.
Why is
Like,
it always the pyramid?
I don't know.
Is that every team or is it just us? Put it in the comments. If you're watching and you're with another team, is it every team or is it just us? Is the
I
pyramid always
it
the
has to
problem?
be. I mean, but
Raul
Raul,
D33.
yes. Comment.
Give me a highlight.
Pump us up.
Put this on your podcast. Is it
I would
every team?
love to do one with him. Wouldn't he be
Is it
so much fun?
always the pyramid? Or
Hey, wouldn't he be so much fun to put like that stuff on his head? Like,
oh, he's
you
hilarious.
know,
Did you see the pom pom last night? He posted. Tabby shared it, but then I think someone sent it in our staff chat too, and they were like coming back from Thanksgiving break, and I think I said every single thing that he said in that video came out of my mouth last night. In fact, our elite team, parents, if you're watching, I absolutely threatened Christmas morning practice. It
did you
happened.
really? I didn't even hear that.
I was like, girls, it's up to you to decide whether we can take a holiday off or not. I have it in the schedule to take a holiday off, but if we can't take one day off and come back ready to work, then we're just not going to be able to take practices off. And they were like, "Well, that Thursday morning would be Christmas." And I was like, "Yep. Yep, we'll have practice on Christmas,
Don't
I
catch me
guess."
with a good catch.
And they were like, so needless to say, they were happy to stay over last night if that meant they get Christmas off.
But well, we basically run off of caffeine, Pepsi, Coke Zero, and
Laughs. We laugh a
adrenaline
lot.
and Jesus, basically. Because I'm telling you, I mean, until like you said, and we've said this time and time again, you're like, I've had it. I gotta take a minute, and then it just clicks, and
Yeah.
then it just. I'm trying to get this ball on here, and I'm trying to put it on there. I'm done. So
Yeah. Well, and I think, a moment where it all changed last year for us was when we finally got to competing. And we're seeing that, I think, with our other three teams, like, because there's such a clear difference and this is nothing against anyone. We went through it last year, but our other three teams who are brand new, they don't know the commitment level. They haven't experienced competition. They haven't experienced the excitement and the joy that you have from seeing your hard work pay off. Like all they're seeing are practices. And Um, Obviously every gym in America has had to start from scratch.
Right.
So every gym has, and to some extent, experienced what it's like to start a brand new team. But then I start thinking, like, not really. Yes and no, because we're talking like we're in rural West Virginia in a town that's never had an all-star gym. Like other areas have other all-star gyms where a lot of the time when they open, they pull from different gyms. So they still, yeah, they're starting with, 50% of a new team or 75% of a new team. But I'm telling you right now, starting with 100% of a new team was our biggest challenge. Like I just totally underestimated what that would take. And I'm not even talking about building the skills. I'm talking about like the commitment level and the excitement level and not burning out and, how much work it would take. Like just all around, wow.
Well, I never cheered all stars. So like coaching with going from like game cheer to all star cheer was definitely like culture shock for me too.
Right.
So like it took like I love cheerleading, but it did take, when I'm like, what's a world bid? Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Why didn't it blow up in my mailbox? Why did I not get fireworks sent to my house with balloons and a hand delivered?
can we please talk about that?
I think we have already.
Oh
I think we did
goodness.
in one of our
Okay.
episodes. I can't remember, but Candy wanted sparklers to arrive at her house
Oh,
for this
I mean,
world's bid.
I
The Facebook
wanted
post was
like
not enough.
Aladdin. Like I went, like I mean, I wanted the whole Disney.
Yeah. But I think once we started competing last year, which I think we're going to see with other teams this year, um, everyone's attitudes changed, everyone's commitment level changed, parents got more involved, like the excitement
Yeah.
grew. And so I think that yes, parents or athletes, everybody has watched last year's team evolve and grow, and that's at least given like a sense of what would you call, like mentorship or something.
Yeah.
So that has helped this year. I've seen we're not starting from nothing. Like we have something to start from. That's been huge.
And
But
I think that like where we ended is where not where we're starting, but we're not starting from zero,
yeah,
like you said. And I think they know that and they know that they have a chance. And we
yeah,
proved that. So they knew that there was hope.
yeah.
So they knew.
And I think after like last year, we learned, okay, this is what we need to start implementing in our tumbling classes. Like we didn't know every family who was going to try out, and we thought some families were going to try out who didn't. And so we didn't know exactly what kids we would have on our teams or anything, or who would be trying out, who wouldn't. But we had an idea. Like you can tell the ones who were interested. We talked to a lot of parents who showed interest or, were leaning in that direction. And so we were able to start implementing like tumbling to counts in our tumbling classes or doing certain passes and putting certain skills together that way or trying to get everybody on the same page on approaches or how we're going to end our tumbling. So that way we weren't doing those things in practices as well. I think that helped because we started implementing that like later last year and through the summer so that when we did try out and we did start our teams like we had some sort of idea, okay, the whole gym we're going to start tagging for back walkovers.
Yeah.
No more bananas, like the arms are crazy, we're getting dinged every comp. We're going to go to tag, every other team's doing that. Um so I think those little changes also helped us move forward this year. But I also will say that last year, I think when we got our Worlds bid and when we went to Worlds, I feel like it just like solidified something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just feel like that's when like it all connected. It's when it all like turned up.
It like lit a spark. And
Yeah.
honestly, it was my first airplane ride.
Yeah. A
And
lot of kids too.
I was scared to death. And
You were so scared.
I was Abby Golden, bless her heart. I was freaking out. I mean, I documented it.
You were driving me nuts. I'm like, can someone give this woman a Xanax? Like, I'm talking 2 weeks before the competition. She's freaking out every day. That's all. Like, I don't know, girls. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on this plane. Like, I
I
might have to call it
know, like
quits. I'm like, you're getting on that plane.
hyperventilating. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor.
You're
Like
getting on a
somebody's,
plane or you're getting on a train. You pick, but you're
I
getting on
know, or
somewhere.
you're gonna have to drive. I'm like, if Bill Plowmill's not driving, I'm not going. And I'm like, I've already paid the money.
And you did it. See?
I know.
Good job. And it wasn't even that bad.
It
Like,
wasn't. It
you were
was
like, wow, that was, yeah.
beautiful. It was so beautiful. Okay, but
Yeah. So, anyways, I feel like something changed in us. I feel like it kind of solidified our program. It opened up eyes like, okay, we're not
yes.
just like, we're going to make this work, you know?
And
We're
now
here, we're going to make
families are
this
wanting
work.
to go. Like my
I know.
family, like Carter, he's like, "Mom, you guys got to get a world bid. Like I want to go to Disney. Like I da 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 da." Like I'm like, "Well, Carter, we we got to perform." So when we got first place, he was like, "Okay, did you get a bid?" I'm like, Well, it doesn't work that way." So
Yeah,
so you just never know. You don't know.
I know. Well, I'm monitoring our comments. The Shaws are checking in. They love Raul D33 as well. And Darissa retracted her message, her last message. I'd like to know what it is. I'd like to know what message Darissa retracted. Wouldn't you, Candy? Who unsent
Absolutely.
it? Nobody unsent the group message. I mean, I want to know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me
Put the
why.
message in.
Tell
Tighten
me
back
why.
out, wrist.
Yeah. Know what's up.
Anyways, we're happy you guys are here. Always our biggest supporters. I mean,
Yes.
day ones, every day.
Do some.
So, anyways, our confidence went up. So, let's talk a little bit about what growth really looks like because I am talking about skills and you did mention like we had girls who couldn't do back bend kickovers or back walkovers who are now doing whip passes and yes, that's amazing. We had, I mean, and I'm not even talking about tumbling. Like we had girls who had never done a toe touch. My little
Oh
my
my.
little tiny team, I got 12 brand new tinies and they're age what, 5 to 7 or something. Like I don't even know
Yeah.
their age, but they're babies. And I'm teaching them how to go up on one leg. We're doing pocket switches. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, tumbling is great, but I'm also talking about the girls who have never stood on one leg or
I know. That's
they've never
like,
even said an 8 count. They've never heard an 8 count. And we're, teaching them a 2-minute routine.
well, that's like little Brayley. Like she has
I
worked her
know.
booty pants off. Like
I know.
she has,
I was
I
so proud of
thought,
her last night when she showed up. You could just tell she had been practicing at home. And I'll tell you what makes the difference is that her mom, after we always meet, okay, after and I know a lot of teams do this. Raul does this with his team. I watch his podcasts. And anyways, after every competition, we have a score sheet review before awards and before the kids are allowed to like disperse, run crazy, go home, whatever. So we all sit down at the convention center or whatever. We go over the score sheet. Parents are welcome to come. We encourage parents to come and listen. We want them to be involved in the process. And I think that there were a lot of things that maybe not necessarily were about Braylee, but could have been. Like she's in standing tumbling, so there were comments about standing tumbling sequence. Her mom recognized that. There were comments about flyers. Well, she's in every stunt, so her mom recognized that. Just little things that I think her mom was like, that could be about Braylee. Not that it actually was. But her mom, before I even scheduled the film review, messaged me like after we get home. She must have sat on that meeting. I think she took notes and she messaged me and she was like, "Hey, she was like there was a lot that was said at that meeting and I can't remember it all, but I really want to sit down with Braylee at home and talk." Meanwhile, Braylee's like 6 years old, I think. I don't know. Is she 7 yet?
I think she's 7 because she's the
She
same age as Kaysley.
Okay, she's 7. So she's a baby. And her mom's like, "I'm going to sit down with Braylee tonight and we're going to talk about it." And I was like, okay, like I love this. And so then, so then I scheduled the film review because I had a couple other parents asking questions and wanting a little more information. So I was like, you know what, we'll just do a film review that way. I also wanted the girls to see firsthand and I wanted to
Yeah.
hold them accountable to watching the video and looking at the screenshots. And so we did the film review. And then after the film review, it was cracking me up because in our group chat, we had like four parents, like who took minutes? I missed the meeting. Who took meeting minutes? And like
They
part of me thinks that they're joking, like they're being sarcastic and kind of like
no.
mocking the no, they're serious. Like they because then they're actually commenting back, like I took notes. Here's what I have. So then I'm like, okay, 56-page document. You guys really
That's
want to know?
why when
Here
I
you
was at the
go.
game, I was like, no, they're legit serious. And then I'm like, okay, there she goes.
Yep.
All those screenshots, there's the notes. No, they were legit like taking it serious. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, and I wish somebody would have videoed like, and I think they did, and it would have been nice, um, like the parents, like their reaction when we talked about the scores from last year versus the scores this year and the accomplishments, because it was a big, big.
You know what I was thinking about today when I was like halfway doing my makeup for today's video? I was really behind, by the way. I mean, I showered, I got wet hair and everything. Anyways, I was thinking, I forgot, another big difference this year was the fact that we assign homework. And yeah, I am talking about my elite team, but it will likely hit my other teams very soon. Um, and the homework was to talk about, goals and struggles or like weaknesses, strengths, and our vision and just it was all encompassing, but it was very eye-opening for me as a coach to see their responses, to hear who they feel are the who are really leading the team, like to
Oh gosh.
to hear their perspective. We had some really funny ones. I wish I had a copy of everyone's homework assignments because
Oh
they
my
were
gosh.
funny.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with this. I thought you were going to give parents homework.
Micah Johnson showed, oh, I don't know if I should say her last name. Micah showed up to the boosters meeting with score sheets in her hand. Like that's winning to me. The prep score sheet. Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. The whole PowerPoint.
No,
And then
she
Drissa made
didn't.
a joke and she was like, Taylor made me watch a YouTube video on how the score sheet worked last year. So you're lucky she hasn't sent that out to parents yet.
Listen, I
Anyways, that's the difference. Like this year we're just taking it more. We have a lot more accountability. We have kids who are really wanting to learn more, parents who are wanting to learn
yeah.
more, parents who are holding their kids accountable at home. What I was going to say is though, when we were talking about the score sheet or when I was getting ready this morning, I was thinking about those goal sheets in our homework. And at one point I said a goal of mine was to have a score sheet where a judge did not have a pointed toe correction. Because you remember last year, every stinking score sheet, whether it was standing tumbling or flyer body positions, it was like point your toes, point your toes.
Absolutely.
I have to go back and look, but I'm almost positive because like I know that score sheet up here.
I know. Yeah, yeah, you
I do
do.
not think there was one pointed toe comment on that whole score sheet.
Are you serious?
I have to go double check, but if that's the case, we definitely checked off two of our goals because one goal was first place. That was on everybody.
Absolutely.
Any girl,
Absolutely.
any girl, any coach who was a part of this team last year filled up that homework sheet, and goal number one was
Get
I want
first
a first
place.
place. So we
Because
can mark that one
if you
off.
ain't first, you last.
That was one of the comments Brayley put. That was hilarious. In Brayley's homework assignment was what was the question? I don't remember.
Um, I don't, something about what is maybe a quote.
Like maybe something one yeah, yeah. Anyways, it was something, a question, and Brayley's response was, "If you're not first, you're last." And I died. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
it's the truth.
yeah, Jarissa says that she tried to tag Raoul, but she said it didn't work.
Oh,
So that's what she deleted.
gosh, when I would just love to have him on here.
Oh yeah, we should start just spamming his inbox.
Bam.
Just
Just like,
oh, Jessica's on here. Jess, hi. She says, as Braylee said before showcase, if you're not first, you're last. We love
That's right,
MSCA and
baby.
always want to better ourselves. I am so invested.
That's right, girlfriend.
Mitchell, they're never going to say no to homework. They get 25 burpees if they forget it at home.
Absolutely. And I need to get Brayley and I need to get shirts that says if you're not first, you're last.
Drissa says, I'll put score sheet training on my to-do list. Yes, a
Absolutely.
live training session with Drissa Shaw.
Listen, the team
It'd be
moms,
filled up. Book
team
the
moms
conference room. Dave,
at the very
I'm
beginning of
sorry.
the season.
Yep.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
great.
If you don't know, you don't know.
I know.
Well, we we've talked about how, the team, they're better together. They're better if they, the vibe is better when they feel that team bonding, their belief is stronger. When they feel that team as one, their stunts hit. I mean, I feel like their bond, you can just definitely tell that the vibe is just there.
Yeah.
And I think our girls, they do get along. They really
Yeah.
do. And you can definitely tell that they've been with each other for a while and they've built that relationship. And I mean, Braylee, she's only been with him for a couple months, but she has just meshed really well.
Yeah.
And London, she's went to church with us for months. So, and then she goes to school with Ella. So
Right.
she knows some kids
Yeah.
on the team. So, um,
And Olivia, same. Like she's our neighbor.
oh
I had
yeah.
Olivia in daycare,
And they go
so
to church or not go to
yeah.
church, but they go to school with
Hmm.
most of those girls.
Right.
So, um, but yeah.
Yeah. So I think, oh, but I would say that I think you kind of hit on it. Like they're clicking, but also the trust is there. Like last year we had to spend a lot of time building trust. There was a little bit of drama around the way we ran practices and how hardcore we were, and our expectations may have been set too high and all these things. Like we were being questioned a lot. Um, our coaching style was questioned a good bit, and I mean, to the point where like I would find myself going home and questioning myself, or I would message our little, me, you and Ari group chat and be like, man, I was really tough on him today. Like, you just start you don't see, we didn't get to see the reward pay off until later in the season, when we started making it to Worlds. We got a second place at Fairmont, so we started seeing that a little bit last year. But this year, to like feel that trust being built and to have that trust from parents, and it stinks hearing your kid get corrected, like we, the three of us, get to hear it all the time because you're correcting Adelaide. Ariana's on Adelaide. I'm on Delaney. I'm on Kaisley, like it's not fun to hear your child be corrected no matter the situation, but probably especially when there's a curtain between you guys and you don't get to see, or if they come out frustrated and you weren't at practice or you couldn't see practice, and you just have to trust that the coaches are doing right by you and are doing right by your child. And um, I'm sure that's tough, but the amount of trust that the parents put in us, um, I think is really incredible. And I don't take that lightly for a second, but I will say, like Dave walked in last night to practice. He never stops by. So he's the last person I'm thinking I'm going to see. And I was being really tough on my kids because it was my little fireflies, and we haven't done prep since the showcase. We had our whole pyramid changed. Josh came in, changed our choreo up a little bit, and we're learning a new pyramid. We hadn't even attempted this pyramid. So he's seeing me very stressed. And I'm usually pretty good at vocalizing my stress too. Like I just tell the kids, Coach TT stressed. I'm feeling the stress, so I need you guys to be on your tip top. Like I'm adding a little pressure here. The expectation's raising just because I'm extra stressed. Is that fair? I don't know, but it is. It is what it is. That's how I roll. Anyways, he comes in, he's like, "Wow, you're not being very nice." I was like, "We have a whole pyramid to learn, and we have 2 months to learn it. Not only learn, like we have 2 months to perfect it. Like we have a lot to do." And then I walked out then we had, so I wrapped that practice up, which we ended up hitting, by the way. I came home and I said, I just
Yes.
want to let you know We hit the pyramid 3 times. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Like I was less stressed. Maybe you should have came back.
The tough love worked because he's
Yes.
like, they were trying as hard as they could. I'm like, no, they were not. And I know that because I work with them every day. You don't know that because you don't know these kids, but I know what they're capable of. They are not working their hardest.
That's right.
They know that they have to hold the foot the whole time. So
They
when they
know
let
what they
go of the
know.
foot, I know that they're not trying, or when they're looking off, I know. Anyways, then we went to wildflower practice and, I felt like they were a little bit behind too. So I had to get on to them a good bit last night.
Too much turkey.
Too much turkey, yeah. I think that's what it was. And so I walked out of practice and I'm like, I know I sound extra mean in there, but I even told them they do better when I'm yelling at them. Like if I'm up, if you're up, yeah, like
Oh my gosh.
reminded them, criticize, like they do. I mean, it's unfortunate. Like I don't even need to touch them. Judges just let me on the floor. All they need to do is hear Coach TT screaming. Let me chase Adelaide. Let me put Candy out there so she can chase her so that Adelaide can tumble faster. Because it works.
I mean, yeah, it's like
So,
an attention thing. Let me
yeah.
get your attention.
But I just
Yeah.
want to be honest and nip that in the butt because I am not the nice coach. I'm not the soft pretzel coach. I'm not.
Well, I think that, I think that we balance each other really well.
We do.
I think that, I can be pretty intense too.
You can.
I mean, I know that, but I try to like bring some energy,
Yeah, I was gonna say your
you know.
intensity is more like more volume level
I
and
mean, I
energy.
know,
Like you bring a lot of energy. When Candy's in the room, there's
like
no denying your energy.
and I've always been loud. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know.
You get them pumped up. You know how, like even Kiera, when she comes to tumbling, she's like, I need Candy. Where's she at? Like, you're just the hype girl.
I just think I have a hearing problem. I swear. I think I do.
Well,
Like
I thought I
it's
was
just a
tone
lot.
deaf. I took a tone deaf test because I sing so well that Dave was like, you're actually the worst singer I've ever heard in my whole life. And I was like, you're on to something. Like, I am the worst singer you've ever
No,
heard.
you're not. Let's hear it.
No. So I took a test to determine whether I was tone deaf, and unfortunately I'm not. I'm that bad. I
Oh,
was hoping that I was because it would give me an excuse,
I'm
but I'm not.
sorry. Well, I can be. When I coached a long time ago, just ask any of them; they'll tell you I was pretty mean. But it's you learn as you go. I mean,
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses because I mean, what it is. You learn as you go. We feed off of each other. I think we do a great job. I'm the party, you're the pooper. Sometimes, you
I'm
know,
the broccoli, you're the mac and cheese.
I,
Like
yeah,
that one.
exactly. Like
Boring old vegetable.
we could be a PB&J.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I just feel like, last year we had some doubt and we maybe had some people who, myself included, you probably included, our husbands for sure, who thought I was probably too much. And I'm sure that we still have those people today, wondering, like, why is this all necessary? Are the extra two run-throughs every night that keep us over 15 minutes, like, is that necessary? It is. Um, and so I just, I feel like I said, sometimes I leave and I'm like, dang, were we too hard? But then there's moments where like we walked out on the floor 2 weekends ago. The girls hadn't even performed. Like they didn't even touch the floor yet. I'm just standing there with nerves, my hands are shaking, and it just like hits me like I don't know, just hits me right in the face like a big tidal wave of just emotion. Like, oh my gosh. I just knew this year was going to bring so
I
much more. More teams, like more
yes,
involvement, more parents. We had girls who like weren't competing that drove all the way to Pittsburgh just to
I
watch and just to
know.
learn. We had parents who were repping MSCA and their kids weren't even, you know what I mean? Like from the people who were watching to all the work that was backstage to our girls. And I knew, like, I've been back there. I knew what they were feeling. I knew all the hard work that they'd put in. So it was just like this overwhelming sensation. I started crying. I'm just standing there crying. I'm sure
Oh
our
my
girls
God.
walked out on the floor because, they wait for me to give them the thumbs up to say 5, 6, 7, 8 wildflowers. And I'm sitting there bawling. And I'm sure
I
Ellie Calvert's
know.
like, what happened to Coach? Did she stub her toe? Is she hurt? Is she sick? Like, why is she crying? I'm
And you
sure
know
because
she's
I'm
back
like
there.
sitting there, I'm like, ugly girl crying. And gosh, and then after the performance, like I didn't know where we stood. I mean, I had a feeling we did pretty well, but it was more just the fact that like they showed up in the capacity that I knew that they could, and just the amount of time, effort, work that we all, from parents to us coaches to the girls to her husband, like everybody, the
Yeah.
community, the support, like everyone, it just, I felt like it all came together last weekend in that moment. It was like so surreal. It was so exciting.
Yeah.
And I
Like
was
it was
sad that like,
time.
yeah, I
Like
was
it
sad
was
that
like
like
our
all of our
turn.
teams weren't there. Some of them, we had, like I said, we had some girls who came up. But I wished like everybody could have experienced that. And so I'm sad that obviously I love getting first place. Like I'm here to get first. But if we're going to be honest, I'm a little scared about it. Like it's a
Yeah.
little intimidating to now have that. Because last year it was just kind of like we didn't know what to expect. We were just showing up, doing our best, and if our best wasn't good enough, like that's okay. But now we know our best might be good enough. And like we have to raise the bar every time. It's hard to be the top dog.
Well,
And I say a top dog. It's not like we won worlds. We won like we won it, but we got
but
first place, you know?
I
And
know I when they well, are we going to talk about like when we won first place? Are we there yet? Are we talking about that right
yeah, am
now?
I ahead? Because I'm not even
I
following that
mean,
line at this point. I'm just out here winging it.
okay, well, when Shay talks about like she doesn't like to be called like the underdog, and I like that. I like how she doesn't want to be like you've got to work, like you got to work, like
Yeah.
don't
I
consider
think she said
yourself.
something like, you're choosing to stay the underdog. Like
Yeah, like
I
you need
can't.
to. Yeah, you can't be the underdogs. You've got to work. You got to be. I forget what she said, but you've got to work to where you can't be the underdog. You got to get out of that.
Right. You got
Rise
to push
above that.
yourself.
Don't be comfortable. Get out.
Yeah.
And I can remember that um, after they performed, like I just could somebody like when after they performed. Well, I remember I was dealing with Ellie Calgert, like bleh, like bless her heart.
I know.
She
I know.
bleh.
I'm standing there like everyone's like coming up and I'm like, I'm just blocking puke piles at this point. Like I'm so excited too, but at this point, Darissa like I had the camera guy blocking one pile. We had an athlete who got sick. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, during the performance, I'm like, okay. At one time, I'm like not even counting, and then at I'm like, okay, they've got it. They've got it. They're on count, and then I'm looking around. And I'm like, 1, 3, 5, and I'm having everybody like count, and then everybody starts chiming in. I'm like, they can't hear us. I'm freaking out. And then I'm having everybody count, and then I'm stressed. Okay, and then I'm like, Candy, I got this, and then I'm baking, and then at one point it was towards the end, and they had hit that pyramid, and I'm like.
No, you can't breathe until the ball ups. You can't breathe till the ball ups.
And then it gets to the ball ups, and then I run, and I think I almost tackle you. And then that's when the hat starts flying. And then, oh man, I don't even care what the dance looked like. We hit the stunts.
I
The dance
know.
probably could look like a crap ball,
Did you
I
see the
don't
one picture of, I think it, oh, actually, never mind.
even.
I thought it was Ellie like this because she was excited. I just realized it was Ellie. I'm gonna puke. I
It
thought
was
it was a
not,
picture of her like this, and I thought it was because she was like, oh, "We just hit the dance," and now I'm realizing
no.
no, she was sick.
Well, and I can
Poor
remember like
thing.
us going out into the lobby, and like it was just us, us three. And like all the emotions, and you and Ariana are just sitting there and like bawling, and I'm like, Okay, do I cry?
And usually you're the crier. I just want to
I
note that.
know. And I think
Are
I
you not?
was just so humbled and like confident because it was time.
Yeah, that's why I was crying. It was just because it was like a relief cry almost,
Yeah.
like all this buildup, all this excitement, and then
Yeah.
like what I knew we could be, what I knew we could do, like finally.
Yeah.
And I didn't even
Like
care what we placed. Like I looked at you and I was like, third, second, like I don't even care. I
but you
had,
know what? When you got that feeling inside your bones, it's
yeah.
electrifying, you
I
know?
had I had a goal for the score sheet and we hit that goal. So I
Yes, you
that's what I
did.
cared mostly about was
Yeah.
I really wanted to hit that score sheet goal, which we got, and
When you told us the score, I about pooped my pants.
I know.
I could not believe it.
I know,
I
but you know what? We'll know more after this weekend. I
yeah.
don't want to get too far ahead. Like we do know
Yes.
the possibilities and that's great, but also um I mean, there can be a 10-point swing between judges. You just never know, what
Or
one person
somebody could
likes.
fall.
Oh, yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
But they know, and that set the bar. Like they know that they're capable of doing it.
Yeah. It's hard to bring them back to reality though. Like the fact that this weekend it feels like a 2-day comp, but it's actually two 1-day comps. And so
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to the group that, we will have awards both days. It's going to make for 2 long days. I like to be able to
Exactly.
perform and leave, or perform and watch and leave. Now we're going to be like stressed until 3 o'clock. Anyways, so I was explaining that, and they're like, "So we can get first place twice," and I was like, "Or we could get last place twice.
Yeah.
We could get a first and a fourth. We could get a second and a third. Like literally nothing." But I am excited that they're like, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're ready to show up.
They either
Which
show
was
up
different,
or
a big difference from last year. Because last year, by the end of the season, like we kind of knew.
like they
Not
were
that not that
okay.
our, journey was written for us, but we knew that we were up against some good teams and we were the
Hard
underdogs
teams.
last. Yeah, we were the underdogs last year.
Well,
And I
and
feel
they
like I'm just good at being the underdog. Like I find comfort in the struggle. I find comfort in the fight. I mean, anybody who knows me knows I do be
yeah.
scrappy
Oh,
in more ways than
scrapping.
one.
Well, but they were okay with getting fourth place. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Girl.
Well, because we've made participation medals like a thing. Everybody gets a medal when they walk off the floor. They don't have to wait until awards to be announced to get their medals. And that is something I don't love, but at the same time, when we've been that fourth place team, our kids did work hard and it's nice for them to
Yeah,
be
they
rewarded with
did.
something. But
Yeah.
I just feel like, there could be a little bit more recognition. I say that at the same time, we all know how those awards ceremonies go. Like, how fast can we make this thing? Let's not sing Cupid Shuffle one more time. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
we're ready to
Kick,
go home.
kick, drop. Like, listen, I was sore and down for 2 days
I
after
don't know
that.
when they added that kick, kick, drop. So,
I really just want to sit down. I'm 40 years old. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's young." Really? When you, I've cheered, and I've pushed out 3 babies. Like I am young, but I am
yeah.
damaged. Not damaged, but even if we do not place, okay, whatever place we get, it'll be great.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I
know,
still have my score sheet goals. Like, more than placing, I care about how our score sheet pans out.
yeah,
We could go against the number one team in the world next year, or next competition. We could go against 1, 2, and 3. We don't know who we're against. Um, we also don't know what these teams are bringing to the table. Like, I'm
right.
sure teams who look at us from last year, because we all stalk each other. It's no secret. Everybody's looking everybody up. So they're going to look up MSCA. They're going to see our team from last year and be like, okay, we probably will write them off. And so we hope that we have some surprises this year and surprise some people, but the same thing's it goes both ways. Like, there are going to be other teams who aged out, but then there are fresh teams who are aging in. And so it's nice to research your competitors, but like you just can't. We don't
We,
know. We
yeah,
can
and
show up
we
next
think,
we can show up next competition, improve our score sheet and still get last place. Like
yeah,
you never actually know. Or we could have or we could fall, you know. We're still going to have failures. Like we're still it's inevitable that we're going to hit every competition. Teams don't usually do that, you
yeah.
know.
And
But I
I
will say
didn't
that's
think,
why we have such a high stress practice. Like I think it's very important to have to elevate practices so that you're adding pressure and so that they have to show up and so that they do
yeah,
feel nerves and they do feel uncomfortable because mistakes happen when you're not prepared or they're more
right.
likely to happen when they're not prepared. I want them to be able to recover. I want them if a stunt does fall, like we have to practice failing in practice so that when we fail in a competition, like we can mitigate the damages, you know?
Yeah. Well, and you never know what place, like even I said that I knew like first place. We don't get to see their performances. So like we don't know, like
I know, and I always feel like we're last.
uh, well,
We're either first or we're last. Like we're the first to perform. That happened a lot last year.
so I you just don't know, and we may think we're good, but we may not be good enough. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like you said, we just may not know.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. We could improve our scorecard by 3 points next competition,
We
but
may crap the bed. You never know. You might
if
go
everyone's
up
better
and
than us, like we might not place. So that's why my goals are always going to be, I think, about the score
yeah.
sheet rather than placing. But I know the girls, and of course, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want first place. I want
Yeah.
I want a bid. That's what I really want.
I want a bid too. A good
Hmm.
old bid. Not one
Yes.
I'm going to find out and send you a little. What? Don't even get me started. I think
Well,
I'll be more excited this year.
you
Okay.
know what to expect this year, yeah.
I'll know what to expect
Well,
if.
unfortunately, a lot of our competitions don't give out paid bids, and a lot of these competitions don't announce their bid information until really late in the year. Like last competition, I didn't know how many bids were going to be given out until the week of the competition, you know. And then to for this competition, I actually had to reach out and ask how many bids are given out. Like they haven't even released that information. Some competitions will market that, but some don't, and so that's something that we have to, I think, as a program, get better at to understand. And I think with experience, we'll figure that out. But obviously, we want to go to the comps with paid bids.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
oh,
well,
smack my
this
face.
weekend will be at Baltimore and it will be live, correct?
No, mm-mm.
Where did I get that at? Am I
I'm not.
imagining?
I'm not sure, but it is not live. Nope, it's not live, unfortunately. Some of ours will be live. This one is not. Uh,
Shoot. I was thought great.
but you can still support us by staying tuned on our Facebook page because we,
Absolutely.
of course, will be sharing, Oh, and we had our first hit zero.
Yes, we
Last year we
did.
had a hit zero, but really it was not a true hit zero. We had like a girl kicked in the head. I think Jarissa's daughter was kicked in the
And
head. We had
they
one that fell
fell
in.
or something
Yeah, I
like
mean, I think
awful
it was
or
more of like a pity hit zero, not to offend our girls last year. They worked really hard. I don't want to take that away from them, but this was like a true
yeah, Taylor
hit
goes, "Do
zero.
you guys really think we hit zero?" Like,
But they all owned it. They were like, no. Adeline Shaw was like sitting she was like, no, I got kicked in the head. Like it was not at zero.
yeah,
So, anyways, but like this was a real one. And so
yeah,
that was another one of our goals. A lot of girls had written on their goal sheet that they wanted to hit zero. So
yeah.
I know you were upset that we didn't get hit zero pins. Maybe we'll
Oh
get those later
man,
in the year.
I'm gonna ask him if he's there. Will he be? I don't know. If
That
I
would be a cute
see,
Christmas gift. I wonder if we can bulk order them on Amazon or something.
I don't know, but
Ben
Benny Boo Bear,
with Royal Events.
I'll have to hit him up. Be like, listen,
Hmm.
but I might have been imagining. I thought this event was
I
gonna
went
be
through every
live.
email, every message. I didn't see anything about hit zero pins. So, anyways, we'll ask this weekend. But
I don't know. I don't know. I was ready for a nap at that point. I probably was imagining. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Well, I'm hoping that our girls get
Yes.
to experience some other things this year. I mean,
Yeah.
or this, well, this year, yes, but also, we're going to Baltimore, so we're going to hit up the aquarium and make some memories outside of the competition. Of course, we'll do our pool parties, and
I'm
I
excited.
need to finish the itinerary today.
Yes,
I'm
you do.
embarrassed. I
Ariana
know.
will.
I'm embarrassed already. It's like
I know you're
Wednesday.
late to the game.
I'm really
I
late.
could help you, but I've never been to Baltimore and I'm excited. Well, kind of scared because I don't want to go by myself, however. But,
We'll all be together the whole time anyways.
well, I mean, to drive. I don't want to
Yeah.
drive 4 hours by myself, but
Oh. Is Ariana not going with you?
I think she's going to leave early.
Okay. Well,
So,
anyways, and then we're going to DC in
I
January,
know.
and I'm really excited for that one.
Love that trip.
Um, I'm a little nervous for us because we have so many teams to manage and support,
Yes.
and at such a big competition.
We might have to like divide
Go
and
big or go
conquer.
home.
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
maybe what does that look like? Like, how does
we're gonna
that?
find out.
Yeah. We'll
But I'm
dive
excited
right
for
in.
DC.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think
what am I
that'll
gonna
be
do
a
with
good
my
one.
honeybees?
Yeah.
They're gonna be swarming.
No, we're gonna get you one of those like daycare chains that they hold on to, walking chains. I actually found one on Amazon with honeybees on it. We're
Oh,
buying it. Yeah.
okay.
Anyways, so Candy, what's next for MSCA?
What's next?
What's next for us?
Like this
We're
weekend?
glowing up. This is our glow up. This is our glow up tour. We started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Now we
Uh,
start over here.
what's next
Yeah.
for us?
Listen, we're gonna go this weekend. We're gonna come back with a new adventure, we're gonna find out what's next this weekend.
I think so too. I think this weekend is gonna be a telling, like a, it's gonna tell us how serious this team is, how
Yeah,
we show up. Um, Yeah, we have two full day competitions.
yeah,
They're not averaged, they're not percentaged. It's you score one day, you score day two, and it is what it is. The standings will say. So, yeah,
yeah,
but I'm excited. We have a lot more work to do. Like we are excited about our placing and everybody congratulated us. Everybody was so excited for us. I thought that was so sweet. Like
yeah,
the whole gym, everyone, I think everyone I saw when we got home was like, congratulations, and like they really were watching and they really do care. And so that's been really fun. But this is really only the beginning. We have some teams who haven't even started. So I'm super excited to see our prep teams because like last year, I say that they've never done this before, but we are coming into these teams with more experience than we had last year, you know.
let
Um,
me tell you what's next and what's coming up.
okay.
Mom's outfits for comp day.
Moms or dads? We're both.
Both.
Did you see the suspenders I sent in the group chat? Because I really want some dads to show up in those, the striped
I
ones.
actually can get our hands on those on a pair, probably.
We need like 20.
Yeah,
I think we
maybe.
need a parent like not merch store, like a fan club. Well, like a fanatics, like the Mountaineer Fanatics.
Yeah. Well, we,
What is our posse going to be called? What are we going to name our fan club?
well, that's our
Like the
next.
crazies, like the BU crazies or the
That's
fanatics.
that's our next glow up.
Okay.
That's our
Because
next glow
like we
up.
went last year, our parents couldn't even find the parent section. They didn't know
No,
how to chance. They didn't know how to
we
welcome
have
the
a
team to the
parent
floor.
section now.
Now we have a parent section. We have parents with cowbells. We have sequined outfits. You
Well,
disappeared.
okay.
So,
That's
anyways,
our thing. That's what's
okay,
gonna,
we're gonna work on the parent section a little bit. That's a good idea.
yeah.
Um,
Because I know that Callie's mom was definitely talking about it, and she was like, "I really liked your outfit," and then she was talking about it, and I know her style is,
I know. I
and
know.
so, and I'm like,
I'm
I
glad they're getting
know,
into it.
I know, and
Well, they
then
asked me if they could paint jackets, and I was like, guys, I feel like that's a slippery slope. Like, if you can show me a design that can be like vinyl, I would approve it. But I don't know if I can approve like someone's artistic ability on a lot of jackets. Like one of you might be really artistic, a few of you might, but a few of you just the truth is you're not. You think you are, but you're not. You know what I
oh well,
mean?
I'm having somebody do. my jacket. So
It
we'll
has to be
see.
approved.
Well, I know
Yeah.
it's going to be perfect.
So that's what I told him. No, I told him
Yeah,
no.
we'll see.
Um, anyways, so anything with Mountain State, MSCA, the logo. Yeah.
We
All right.
got it.
So, anyways, there's more work to do. I have a vision for this gym. We're just getting started. It's very intense. It only gets more intense. There's a lot more excitement to come. We're gonna bring it every comp.
We
So,
got this.
yeah. Thank you all for watching today. I hope
Yes.
you enjoyed our glow up session. We will be back next week, same time, 11:45. Let me check the comment section real quick. Make sure the Shaws, Jessica. Oh, we're in it to win it. I have full faith in you guys, but I've been in
Yes.
all sports, and that tough coaching style is essential, I feel like. Mitchell says, Taylor, to me, when I sent congratulations text after the win, now we have to figure out how to stay there. Yep, that's my concern, Mitchell, is how do we bring the kids back to reality that there's more work to do and that, yes, we got one first place win, but we want more. Jessica said, also, I'm not going to lie, now that they've gotten first, I'm terrified too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
And Mitchell said, I was a glorified puke blocking cone. Drissa, because I was standing there for like 5 minutes and everybody's like, Taylor, go with your team. And I'm like, I can't. I'm blocking the vomit piles right now. Jessica says, also, I'm not going to lie, Mitchell offered Andressa to take my spot, which was very nice. Thank you guys. I'm not going to lie. No, I already read that. They would be up there screaming like they won the gold with a third place banner, too. Those girls deserved a spirit award at every comp.
Yeah.
They really did. You remember we got that spirit pin at Fairmont, and
Oh
you would have,
my.
I think people watched our girls like, why are they so excited?
Listen, you know
They were
what?
so excited.
They
Jess
were
said,
just
we want a
excited.
bid. Yes, we do. Started from the bottom. Now we
Uh-uh.
talk about your viral video. Mountain State Maniacs, Drissa said. Listen, I am
Yes.
all about the outfits and glam, Jess said. Yeah, me
Yes,
too.
she
Well, you
is.
already know I'm wearing a hat to every comp. I almost wore it today. I have two new surprise things I'm bringing to this next comp this
Yes,
weekend.
you are.
So I'm excited. Well, Mitchell, what viral video? Are you talking about the Alley video? I assume, where Allie, one of our coaches, filmed her reaction and one of our other coaches, Des, to our first place win.
Like it had like over 10,000 views.
I know. How do I even figure out how many? Because I don't even know. I mean,
Like you just like watch.
I don't even know. I know I looked on YouTube this morning and there were 1.3 1.3 on YouTube, but we put it on Instagram too. And I don't even have access to our TikTok, so I couldn't even tell you what we got on there. Um,
Jeez.
but let's see what it brought on Instagram. Did we put it on Instagram? It doesn't even look like we put it on Instagram. On Instagram. Yeah, it's not
All
even
the
on Instagram.
antsy.
Let's see what it is on Mountain State. Let's see if Mitchell's faster than me. Mountain State. I gotta go to the comments. Someone race me. Come on, help a sister out. How many did we get on our alley video? Gosh, I can't even find our page. Candy, are you looking or not?
No, I gotta eat.
I know I'm starved. We're over on time. And I gotta go
Uh,
back to work. My real job. I know people think this is my only job. I actually have a real job. It's this crazy thing. I know. Okay, right here. 12,000 views on Facebook.
yes.
I don't know what it was on TikTok. Candy, you have TikTok. Anyways, yeah, it was super cute. It was Allie who was like, every place that was announced that wasn't us, we were one step closer to getting that first place. Um, and it was hilarious because we got first. Well, first of all, the sound in there was awful. Like you couldn't hear anything. But we got first place and then we just sat down and nobody went to get the nobody went to get the banner. And then they had to announce Mountain State
Well,
Cheer
we were
Academy.
scared to
Can
go
you
get
come get your
it.
stuff? Well, we were so far away, like you had to weave and like
Yeah.
usually they bring it to you. And so we all just sat down and then we had to go get our banner. That was funny.
Yeah.
Also, Candy, the reason I told him to sit down is I think that there is, I know, I thought varsity did it, but I think there's a celebration rule, like where you can't celebrate too hard.
Right.
Um, and so I just wanted to be that we should probably talk to our kids about that. That we need to be excited, but we also need to be respectful. And there's a line that you don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
as a coach, I don't even, yeah, I mean, jump up
almost
and
got a
down,
sprained
scream.
ankle.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that floor be bouncing. When we dance out there, it is like a trampoline. All right. Well, anyways, viewers, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. If you haven't followed us on all of our social media platforms, we're on
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support, and let's get fired up. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Same time, same place, back here for another.